Hi there, my name is Ben and I've put together 5 steps to effective local SEO for electrical contractors. These are the 5 steps I typically use for my local SEO clients, for electrical clients. It does get results and we'll see why. So understanding local SEO, what it is, why it's effective for electricians, set up and optimize a Google My Business listings, unify all NAP information, so name, address, phone number of the business, create localized and service landing pages, and build local citations and links. Those are the 5 steps we're typically going to look at. And you also kind of want to look to get more Google reviews over time, but that should happen naturally if you're reaching out to your customers. So being in the electrical industry, you typically serve a local area. When someone searches for a localized term, for example here, commercial electrician in Seattle, Google is going to populate the search result features with electricians in Seattle that offer commercial services. So these results are determined by local SEO factors, usually proximity to the searcher, and so their location is very important, but you can slowly improve these signals. Local search is very, very powerful electricians. You can see in the example here, we've got these 3 examples to the left and then a map pack. Typically, if someone's looking for an electrician in Seattle, they're going to choose one of these 3 links. This is usually always up the top of Google searches for local searches, and it's a very, very powerful tool. If you can break into this top 3 and hold that position, then you're going to get a lot more calls, a lot more traffic, a lot more revenue. So local SEO is only a part of a complete SEO strategy. If you have a limited budget or time to implement it, I do suggest starting here. It's a little bit easier to rank. So if you're not showing up in these 3 results, you are giving business to your competitors. Kind of simple as that, really. So set up and optimize Google My Business listing. So Google My Business is Google's answer to helping business owners optimize their local information of their business. So categories, a description of the business, all that kind of stuff. And you can kind of see a snapshot here of some custom actions. So visits to website, request directions, and call are typically the 3 conversions. So the first step here is, if you haven't already created an account, you want to create an account and get verified, which usually involves Google sending you out a little postcard with a 4-digit code on it. Once you're verified, you can start work on optimizing the information. You want to fill this out as much as you can. Don't try and stick too many keywords in there. Don't try to be anything your business is not. Google will find out and you will be penalized for it. So we want to focus on conversions. As I just mentioned, those 3 conversions in the bottom right hand corner. They're typically what we want to do, and you can definitely see that over time, electricians, if you're doing it consistently, you slowly build visits to their website, request directions, and calls. So this is definitely a long-term game, as SEO typically is, but it is very powerful once you kind of start that ball rolling. So unify all name and important information. So name, or business name, business address, and business phone number. So NAP information. Wherever your business is listed online, this information needs to be identical. You can't have Facebook with a different phone number than your website and a different phone number than local directories. Google will get confused, and it's just not what you want to do with optimizing your local information for search. So if Google has several versions of your contact information, it might show the wrong information. It might not show anything at all. We can see maybe an example of this of the Warrior Electrical. There's no website listed there. They obviously haven't optimized it, and we just really need to optimize all the information in Google My Business and everywhere else the website is mentioned. Obviously, keep your information consistent and or Google might not show up your information, which would definitely hurt with local SEO. So number 4 is kind of create localized content. So localized content is, say in the example below, you can see Los Angeles, Orange, Riverside, Ventura, and San Bernardino. And for these 5 places, this website, I did test this, that each of these pages has an individual landing page specific to that location. So basically what that does, Google will come to that site and be like, oh, they serve these 5 areas and they've got very unique content that is targeting this specific area. I'm going to rank this higher than any other page there for searches that come from that location. So localized content is very powerful when it comes to local SEO. And you also want to kind of have specific services landing pages as well, which can help as well, just to kind of show Google what services you're offering in those specific areas. So you want to build local citations and links, and I would also put Google reviews in here. You want to build these over time. So we'll talk about local citations and links. Links and citations are very important for local search results. You should be selective in what links to seek out. Don't go paying for cheap links. You'll get in hot water with Google. The main consideration is that the link has to be relevant to your website. Don't go build links that aren't relevant. Google is going to, at best case, ignore them, and it's going to be a waste of time, waste of money, and you're not going to get anywhere. And worst case scenario, you're going to get a manual penalty and get in trouble with Google, which is very difficult to reverse. So, for example, a link to a commercial electrician website comes from a dog training blog. There's no relevancy there, and Google is going to look at that link and outright ignore it. Just because it's not relevant, it doesn't offer the reader any value, and it seems like a spam link. You should also aim to build links from authoritative websites in your industry, and combining these 2 factors is really going to help move the needle. So I did mention reviews. I did just want to chuck this in there as like a bit of a bonus extra. You want to be continually getting reviews from your customers. You can just simply ask them. It's probably the best way to get this done, and kind of like slowly build up that review base. But it's very easy to do, and the more 5-star reviews you have, the more you're going to be trusted by Google and your users. So that's going to be the end of this short training. It's 5-6 steps. But if you're interested in talking about exploring how SEO might be able to grow your electrical business, I am currently offering free consultations and audits for electrical contractors. You can book your time slot. There's a Calendly link in the description of this YouTube video. Click that, it'll take you to a booking page where you can book a time slot with me, and we'll have a chat and see if SEO is right for your business and how we can help you grow. So yeah, I do appreciate you taking the time to go through this training with me, and if you've got any other questions, just please get in touch with me, and I'm happy to help. Take care, have a great day.